Anthony Hardwick here. We're back in Cardinal Mooney for another volleyball player profile, and we're hitting the whole Rotunno family basically this year. We have Sophia Rotunno, the junior libero for Cardinal Mooney. Sophia, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's just get that right off the jump. I mean, we talked to your sister Sam already. She's had done her senior player profile. From your point of view, what's it like to kind of go through this last season with her as a senior, you as a junior, and try to treasure it as much as you can and live out this year to the best of your ability?
It's definitely mixed emotions. It's definitely sad because she's leaving, but we've had so much fun with each other already playing volleyball because we've never gotten to play at a varsity level in this sport together. So it's definitely been really fun.
You have taken a pretty big role as a junior. You know, junior is usually when you get a little bit more leadership responsibilities anyway, but you're in the back row as kind of like the leader of the back row with the libero jersey on. What's that been like for you to take this role on for your team and to be able to try to be the best leader that you can be?
I think it's very. I'm honored to have a position like this to be a leader. I'm glad that I'm trusted. It's definitely been stressful, but it's so much fun. So I love it.
As we know in any sport, volleyball, whatever sport you're playing, it's not all going to be all awesome all the time. I mean, you guys are in a kind of a little bit of a rough stretch right now. You've played a lot of really good teams back to back to back, but we know that this team's chemistry is off the chart. So tell me a little bit about what's keeping you guys together and how you guys are staying confident through, a really tough part of your schedule.
Yeah, definitely. Our main goal in the summer was to definitely build chemistry because our team this year is definitely new playing with each other. So we wanted to build chemistry definitely with each other. That started in the summer with we spent every single day with each other, played every single day with each other. So it's more of just leaning on one another to figure out what we have to do next. Know that it's just a point in time where we're gonna lose games, so we just have to figure out how to come together and win.
I'm sure there's been plenty that Coach Shaheen has talked about over the last couple weeks, but what have been some of the internal team conversations with yourselves about what needs to happen and what kind of things you guys can do to get back up off the floor?
Yeah, we set a lot of goals with each other. Just basics like hustle, communication for sure, and attitude. Just you're gonna make mistakes on the court, just to get up and figure out how to find out the next point and just keep going.
With the chemistry the way it is, I mean, how easy does that make it for you to be a leader? I mean, we talked about how much of a leader you are anyway. How easy is it to lead a team that is so tight knit?
It makes it way easier because you don't feel like you're always getting yelled at. You're yelling at other people because it's more of just friendly. You guys can do it. This is what you're doing wrong, but you can still figure it out. So it's more of them knowing that I'm not yelling at them. Just I want the best for them.
Let's talk about your junior year. You know, you're stepping into a upperclassman role. You're no longer an underclassman anymore. What's it like, kind of the junior year, where you start to think about future, think about life after high school? It starts to creep in a little bit. What that's been like?
It's been a little eye opening because I realize how old I'm getting, but it's been good so far. I haven't really thought about college to be honest, but that's gonna be coming up soon.
You got time. You got time. We're only in
Yeah,
September of your junior year. You got
yeah.
plenty of time for that. But I'm sure you have been starting to think about, kind of like you said, how old you are and where you're going and
Mhm.
kind of what it's going to be like to be a senior next year. And how much are you watching the seniors this year, the senior class that you have and the really good senior class you have, and trying to take as many notes as possible on how to handle it next year when you're a senior?
Yeah, I definitely have been looking up to them especially because my sister is a senior, so I've always looked up to her. So now seeing her in a position where she's about to leave high school is definitely something I've been noticing more, which is sad, but also I learned so much from her. So I'm glad I always get to have her to experience things before I do.
I know we're early in the school year, but how has junior year treated you so far in the classroom? I hear some people say it's the hardest year, but what's it been like for you so far?
It's been a little rough. I'm taking AP classes now, so that's definitely a change. But just making time for everything, it is gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I have faith in Sophia. Let's talk about, okay, so you don't really know how hard your junior year is gonna be yet because you just started, but Sophomore, freshman year, which one was harder in the classroom?
I think sophomore year kicked me in the butt a little more than freshman year did.
What classes were the ones that really got you?
Last year, probably my honors chemistry class. My honors algebra 2 and trigonometry class was hard, but that's probably about it.
What classes were your favorite though? The ones that you loved going to, the things that you like studying.
I really liked my anatomy class last year. I thought it was so interesting.
What teachers along the way so far have impacted your journey at Cardinal Mooney?
Probably my math teacher, Mr. Rosetta, my chemistry teacher, Miss Policy, my I don't know a lot of my teachers, probably all of them to be honest, but those ones definitely because I've had them the most.
You spend so much time in your schoolwork and at sports, and I'm sure you have other extracurricular curricular activities that you're in. How do you balance it all? What kind of organizational skills do you have to balance all your time management?
I tried to make a timed plan for the week and try to follow it, but it's difficult sometimes because sometimes you just want to lay down or not do anything. But I try to keep like a planner and like what I have to do each week, but that's probably my most organization I do.
Now, organizational skills are either something that some people were born with, or some people that you have to really grow in and find along the way. Which part are you? Have you always been kind of organized, or have you had to find organizational skills as you've gotten older?
I've always been organized. Like I always have to have something clean. Like if my room's not clean or if something's not clean, like I can't focus. So I've always been organized.
Now you and Sam share a room, right? So
Yes.
does she match that personality, or is she always conflicting your need to have everything clean?
Well, sometimes she's a little messy, but I always just pick one side. Like her side's messy, and then but then I could be messy too, so it's different. But if she's messy, I keep it on her side, and then
I
it
knew
looks
I'd
like
find
half
I knew
clean,
it.
half not.
I knew I'd find one little difference there between you two. Let's dive into that a little bit more. In what ways are you two kind of similar, and what ways do you think you two are a lot different?
We're really similar in the way that we like. I don't know. We're similar in some ways. I don't know like what ways we're similar because there were more. We have more similarities than differences, but we're definitely different in the way that we like school we're really different. She's like really smart. I'm like kind of smart, but she's like super smart, and she's very like she plans ahead more than I do. Like she already knows what she wants to do. She's very like together. She's put together more than I am. I feel like.
Um, one thing I love about this volleyball team, you guys and the whole team, you love to have fun with each other. I don't care if I see you guys that are down like 2 sets to none, or you're up 2 sets to none. There is a lot of, I don't want to say laughter, but there's a lot of just having fun out there. How are you guys able to stay loose through the ups and downs of volleyball?
Well, there's a lot of personalities in our team, a lot of funny people on our team. So I think that knowing that sometimes it's like, sure, it's like a volleyball game and sure, it's serious in the end of the day, but it's also like you only get to play with some of these people like one more time. Like that's like their last game playing, like that's our last time playing Colombiana, or that's the last time. Like, so we just have to enjoy it too in that way and not always be like,
You said earlier that you guys have set some team goals for yourself. What are some of those goals that you set? What are some things that this team wants to get done before the end of the season? Did you get that, or did it cut out?
it cut out.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. You talked earlier about how you wanted team goals set for this year. What were some team goals that you set this year? What were some things that this team really wants to accomplish before the season is over?
Yeah, we made a huge list and we put it in the locker room before our first game, and it was just talking about we want to make a run in the playoffs for sure. We want to just stay. We always want to have communication skills. We always want to like have hustle. So those were definitely bases for this year.
Since one of your goals was deep tournament run, how much have you guys been trying to, use these last couple weeks? Like, hey, this is tournament like preparation. We are learning about ourselves.
Yes.
Steel Valley Conference games matter a lot. You want to win the conference, but outside of that, which a lot of your games are outside of that, it's pretty much just, hey, we're learning about ourselves. So you try to handle it that way. Hey, these are games that are just getting us ready for tournament time?
Yeah, I think it's very important to play teams that test you guys, like test your skills and like get us to figure out what we need to change or just to adjust what needs to be adjusted. So I think that losing's not always a good thing, but I think that it teaches us a lot. So to stay in that mentality that it's just a way for us to get better is definitely what we're trying to do right now.
As a libero, you see a lot of very good swings go over the net with the schedule you have. Take us through the feeling of a dig? We want to know about it because some people will never ever get to experience that moment in their life. So, what's it like to see someone really rip back and drill it, and then you're able to get under it and keep it up in the air?
It's like the best feeling to be honest cuz you get everyone cheering for you after and it just to know that you like did something really good is just always like a good feeling, but even digs, I like digs, but even like hustle plays or I love being able to get on the floor and get like a good up.
One of the things that I really learned about you really quick on watching you on the floor that you are able to put your body on the line. You know, I've seen you dive, pretty close to those bleachers. I've seen you jump on the floor. Like you will do anything to keep the ball up. What gives you that attitude? What makes you be able to say whatever it takes, getting this ball up off the floor?
Our program definitely emphasizes hustle. So we'll do a lot of hustle drills in practice, and we're always told you get on the ground no matter what. Like if the ball isn't even like near you, or you can't even get it, you're still getting on the floor for it. So I think just always having that in the back of my head, and just like I think it's fun to like fall and like try to get the ball. So
Do you? I mean, like you put your butt, like I said, you put your body on the line. Do you even think about like, oh, this might be a little bit dangerous, or do you just go?
I just go, but
I love it.
I feel the aftermath after because it
Yes,
hurts.
you definitely, I'm sure you do. So last thing I want to talk about before we let you do your thank yous and get you out of here. Um, this team, you said earlier, it has personality. If you had to then kind of describe the personality of this volleyball program, in a couple of sentences, how would you describe the personality of the team as a whole?
Very funny attitudes, but like in a good way, in the best way possible. Like we're funny. Um, I don't know. We're all just very like sister like. Like we're all like just like one big little family.
I mean, and you got I think when you say attitude, what you should have said was swag. You guys got that swagger on you a little bit, right?
Exactly.
You walk into a room, you feel it. You feel like, hey, we're Mooney. We're gonna give you a big show. All
Mhm.
right, Sophia. These player profiles end the same way every single time. We want to give the player a chance to take the limelight off themselves a little bit and thank the people in their life that are in their corner that are supporting them through thick and thin. So I want to give you the time to do that and send out your shout outs and thank yous to all the people in your life that deserve it.
I like to shout out my family, my coaches, my team, and like the whole Mooney family for always supporting us.
All right. So if we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it. Wish you the best of luck this year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.